I feel very strongly that the shift that's coming for humanity is going to be a shift into heart energy. And many of us have already shifted into this energy, and many more to come will be shifting into this energy as you do the inner work. And for me personally, I am currently 9 years into a Kundalini awakening, and just prior to that, had a heart awakening where I was experiencing 4 months of bliss, and then got pulled into my Kundalini awakening where I was pulled down into the dark dungeon of the subconscious, and digging around, dealing with all of those low vibrations and beliefs, the survival mode that this paradigm that we've been living in seems to keep us in. And I really feel strongly that we're going to be accessing a new way of getting our energy, a new way to access our energy. And the old paradigm, the old way of getting energy by seeking outside of ourselves for love and validation and self-worth, acceptance, we no longer will need to do that once we move into our heart, because the heart is like a wellspring. It's your connection to source, and there's like just an infinite flow of love energy that you can connect into. So you no longer need to look outside of yourself once you connect into this. And so all of energy is love energy. So if you look at the vibrational chart of like your emotions and feelings, when you're up in bliss, it's like full on love energy, but then there are degrees, like as you go down the scale to lower emotions like anger and guilt or shame, you're getting less and less of the love energy, which is why when you're down in those lower emotions, you're considered living in survival mode, because you're just getting little bits of love energy, little pieces, just barely enough to get by and survive on. And we need this love energy. It's vital for our well-being, our survival. And so we've somehow disconnected from source out of our heart, and now looking outside of ourselves to get it. And it's like you take your self-worth, like here's your self-worth, but you take it out and you hand it over to someone else and say, I'm not worthy of my own self-worth. I'm not capable of managing this, so please take this for me. And then I'm going to bend over backwards doing things to prove that I'm worthy, and you feed me a little bit by bit, like every time I prove that I'm worthy. Here's my love. Here's my love. Take my love. Give me little bits of it. Feed me little bits of it anytime I'm worthy to receive that love. It's your love. It's your worth. Take it back. Take your power back. It belongs to you. Don't give it away. So that's the old way. That's the way that is going to be fading away. And the new way is going to be stepping into this heart power, this infinite connection. If you look at, for example, a bully, the energy of a bully, we've seen many of them on YouTube in the comment section, right? But if you look at their way of acting in the world, Probably when they were a child, they had a parent that was angry, that the only way this child ever got any of that love energy was when the parent was being angry towards that child. And so this child only knows how to get love, that vital love energy that it needs, through anger. And so now as an adult, that's their mode of operating. And so they need to pull other people down into their energy, into the level of anger, so that they can feed from it, because that's the only way they can get love. And so they need to do that a lot, because they're only getting little bits of love, and we need a lot of love. And so this taking, manipulating to get energy, this is going to end. No more breadcrumbing for love. I had an experience just last week where I've just learned how to do ikebana. It's a Japanese flower arrangement. And I'm having like so much joy in making these flower arrangements, because it's like you take whatever is seasonal, like blooming in my yard at the time, and you cut it all and make it into an arrangement, and you bring it indoors. So it's like this little season of the outdoor expression of nature in your arrangement. So I'm having so much joy. So I have a friend of mine who was feeling down, and so I was making an arrangement for my house, and I had extra branches and flowers, and so I put one together and I gave it to her, thinking that it would cheer her up. And so her reaction was really took me by surprise, because she couldn't receive it. She just stood there looking at it for an uncomfortable amount of time, and then just said, "You could probably sell that vase if you wanted to," and walked away. And at first my reaction was rejection, like I felt like I was being rejected, like this person doesn't like me. And I excused myself from the situation, and immediately like went inside to my heart, and saw that it really, the whole, her reaction to my gift was no reflection of me, like no rejection of me at all. It was her inability to open her heart to receive love. She wasn't able to receive. And so immediately when I saw that, rather than, like, the old way of reacting to that would have been, what? Like, how rude she was. Like, I'll never give her anything again, like, this person's not my friend, whatever. Like, that's the old way of dealing with it. But the new way, going into the heart, seeing that this person is closed off from love, I immediately sent a wave of love to her. And then I checked my own intentions, like in giving her the gift, was I myself trying to seek like some love in return? Like, was I looking for some outer exchange to get love? And saw that no, I was like offering joy. Like, joy is like expansive, it wants to share, it wants to grow and spread in the world. And so like the gift for me, it was like giving, spreading joy. So that wasn't the issue. And so then I thought, well, maybe there's something inside me, some part of myself that's reflecting in the outer mirror, that where I'm closing myself down to receiving love. And so I did Ho'oponopono. And this is like a really great way to deal with this. If you don't know, Ho'oponopono is a Hawaiian prayer with 4 verses. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And so I did the Ho'oponopono, praying to Source, that I don't know what's inside of me, like if there's some hidden part of myself that isn't open to receiving love. I'm sorry, please forgive me if there is, and please show me where that is within me, where it's hiding. I thank you and I love you. And this is a really great way to work with the new energy. And so immediately, like the next day, she came over and brought me a gift and apologized. And now we're having a very nice, open-hearted exchange. So I know that worked, what I did. So, um, yeah, I also like during my spiritual awakening, I had a spiritual awakening in 2008 where I went into unity consciousness for about 4 hours, like just this bliss state where all of the lower vibrations within me just were gone. And I wasn't even limited by my body, like I could just expand out into the universe, and just it was like total freedom, total expansion, total bliss. And that's what set me on the path, the spiritual path. But that experience, like I also experienced that last month where I made a list of all the lower vibrations that I was done with experiencing, and I made a list of all the higher vibrations that I was choosing to experience, and I said, so be it. And when I did that, I had this immediate like shift where again I went into that similar experience to my spiritual awakening where all the lower vibrations fell away from me, and I was just like experiencing like paradise on earth, and it like felt so like blissful and amazing and light and free and expansive. And so this is what we are stepping into. And I think like after we move into this energy, I think a lot of us will be stepping into this energy. The mirror reflection that comes back from it would just be something that we haven't seen before, and I think it's a beautiful thing. So, sending you so much love, and I thank you for being here and sharing this moment with me, and I'll see you next time. Take care.